My paycheck vanished faster than a politician's promises. For years, I'd watched my hard-earned money slip through my fingers, not to bills or dreams, but to my sister's endless whims, sanctioned by the two people I trusted most, my parents. I'm Lily, 22, the eldest daughter of the Harper family. I've been working since I was 16, juggling part-time jobs through high school and a full-time grind after graduation. Every dollar I earned was supposed to be mine. A ticket to my own future, maybe a tiny apartment, maybe college one day. But in our house, my money wasn't mine. It went straight to Chloe, my 16-year-old sister, the golden child who could do no wrong. Designer clothes, private tutors, a shiny new phone every year. Chloe got it all, while I scraped by in thrift store jeans and a secondhand laptop. It started small. When I got my first job at a coffee shop, Mom and Dad said it was only fair to share with Chloe since she was younger and needed support. I was young, naive, and wanted to be the good daughter, so I agreed. A few bucks here and there for her school supplies. I could handle that, but then it snowballed. By the time I was 20, entire paychecks were funneled into Chloe's dance lessons, her summer camps, her essential trips to the mall. If I dared question it, Mom's eyes would well up, and Dad's voice would sharpen. Lily, don't be selfish. Family sacrifices for family. The unfairness burned, but I swallowed it. I love Chloe, even if she didn't seem to notice me beyond her next demand. She wasn't evil, just spoiled, molded by our parents' relentless favoritism. Dad would beam when Chloe twirled into the room, her laughter filling the house like she was some prodigy destined for greatness. Meanwhile, I was the workhorse, the invisible cog keeping the family machine running. Last month, everything changed. I'd been saving for a certification course, a real shot at a better job in graphic design. It was $800 and I'd scraped together $600, stashing it in a hidden savings account. My parents didn't know about it. I'd learned to keep secrets after years of their redistribution. But Chloe, with her uncanny knack for sniffing out anything I valued, found out. She didn't just want my savings, she wanted more. It was a Tuesday evening, the kind where the air feels heavy with unspoken grudges. I came home from a double shift, exhausted, my feet aching from standing at the register all day. Chloe was sprawled on the couch, scrolling through her phone, a new pair of sneakers still in their box beside her. Mom was in the kitchen, humming as she stirred something on the stove. Dad sat at the dining table, flipping through bills. Normal. Right. Except for the envelope in his hand, my paycheck, freshly cashed. Lily, we need to talk, Dad said, not looking up. My stomach twisted. I knew that tone, about what I asked, dropping my bag by the door. Chloe's been accepted into this elite dance program, Mom chimed in, her voice bright with pride. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The tuition's a bit steep, but how much I cut her off, my voice sharper than I intended. Dad finally met my eyes. $2,000. For the first semester, I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. And let me guess, you're taking it from me. It's not like that, Mom said quickly, her hands fluttering. We're a family, we know. We pool our resources. Pool our resources, I snapped. I'm the only one pooling anything. I work 60 hours a week, and you hand it all to Chloe. What does she even do for this family? Chloe glanced up from her phone, her lips curling into a smirk. Don't be jealous, Lily. Not everyone can be talented. That hit like a slap. I turned to her, my voice low. Talented. You're talented at spending my money. Enough. Dad slammed his hand on the table. Lily, you will not speak to your sister that way. She's got a future ahead of her. You're stable. You don't need fancy courses or new clothes. Stable? The word stung more than Chloe's smirk. Stable meant invisible, disposable, a means to an end. I looked at Mom, hoping for a flicker of understanding, but she just stared at the floor, avoiding my gaze. That night, I lay awake, the weight of their words pressing down on me. I wasn't just angry, I was done. Done being the family ATM, done watching my dreams dissolve to fuel Chloe's ego. I needed a plan, something to break this cycle. But what could I do? They were my parents. Chloe was my sister. Running away wasn't an option. I had nowhere to go. The next morning, I went to the bank before work. I opened a new account, one they couldn't touch, and set up direct deposit. It felt like betrayal, like I was stealing from my own family, but it also felt like survival. For the first time, I was choosing myself. When I got home, Chloe was waiting. She didn't waste time. "I know you're hiding money," she said, crossing her arms. "I need $500 for new dance costumes. Mom and Dad said you'd cover it." I stared at her. This girl who'd been handed everything I'd ever worked for. "No," I said simply. Her eyes widened. "What do you mean, no?" I'm done. Get a job, Chloe. Pay for your own costumes." She laughed like I'd told a joke. "You're serious, Mom, Dad." They came running. Of course, the argument that followed was a storm yelling. Tears. Accusations. Mom called me ungrateful. Dad said I was tearing the family apart. Chloe just stood there, smug, knowing she'd win like always. But this time, I didn't back down. "I'm moving out." I said, the words spilling out before I could stop them. "I'm done letting you take everything I earn." The room went silent. Mom's face crumpled, and for a moment, I thought she might apologize. But then Dad spoke, his voice cold. "If you leave, don't expect to come back." I packed a bag that night. A coworker offered me her couch until I could find a place. It wasn't much, but it was freedom. The first night away, I cried not for them, but for the years I'd lost, the dreams I'd buried. Weeks passed. I found a cheap studio apartment, kept working, and enrolled in that certification course. It wasn't easy. Every day was a grind. But every paycheck was mine. Every choice my own. I heard through a cousin that Chloe's dance program fell through. She hadn't practiced enough, hadn't cared enough. My parents called once, asking me to come home, but their words were hollow, no apology behind them. One evening, I got a text from Chloe. No greeting, no pretense. "I need $200. Parents are broke. Help me out." I stared at the screen, a mix of pity and anger swirling in my chest. She hadn't learned a thing. I typed back, "Get a job." Then I blocked her number. Looking back, I don't hate my family. I hate what they let themselves become blinded by favoritism, trapped in a cycle of entitlement and denial. I still wonder if I could have done more, said something sooner. But I know now that my worth isn't tied to their approval. I'm building a life, one paycheck at a time, and it's mine. What do you think? Were my parents wrong to prioritize Chloe? Or was I selfish for walking away? Should family always come first, even when it feels like betrayal? Share your thoughts on fairness, family, and where you draw the line.